Dan Hansis here, along with my Around the NFL podcast mates Chris Wesley and Greg Rosenthal. Odell Beckham Jr. of the New York Giants comes in at 77 on the top 100 players of 2018 countdown. Kind of rough situation, but he goes out with a serious leg injury that cost him most of the year. So dropping from where he was in 17, which was at 8, makes sense. Spinning forward, Wes, we'll start with you. Where do you think Odell gets to next year this time?
He'll be back in the top 10 where he belongs. It's sort of out of sight, out of mind when the voting happens. If you're injured, you don't get any credit. But this is a guy, look, the Giants have spent the whole offseason telegraphing that they believe that Ben McAdoo was the problem with this offense. They're keeping Eli Manning. They're bolstering his surrounding talent. Going forward, that Odell Beckham's never had a play caller other than Ben McAdoo. What's his ceiling when he gets a better play caller in there?
Well, he's still got the same quarterback. And so I don't think he would make it all the way back to the top 10, even though I think he's one of the 3 or 4 best wide receivers in football. Maybe he can be the best. If you look at his number potential, and if you were drafting him in fantasy, I know you like the fantasy. Yeah.
I do. I mean, you guys used to work for a major fantasy website.
We did.
So you like the fantasy.
I don't know how high I'd be on Odell Beckham this year in fantasy, just because I think the Giants' offense is pretty loaded. And so that takes numbers away from him. Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram, Saquon Barkley's going to be catching passes. I think he could play really well, but he's been off that fractured ankle. So it'll be tough to put up those same numbers he used to.
But Odell, and people may forget this now because it's been a while since the whole season last year for the Giants was a bust, even before this guy got hurt. But Odell is going to eat because he's one of those talents, one of those once-in-a-decade guys that comes along. So even though you may not be high on Eli, and I know you're not, Greg, he's going to get a lot of targets. He's going to make plays, and I fully expect him to be in the top 10. I'm with you, Wes, and I expect 100 catches, close to 1,500 yards, and double-digit touchdowns because I think he's at that level as a superstar.
Yeah, somebody with his level of talent, I would not worry about anybody eating into his production. Nobody worries about the Steelers receivers and Le'Veon Bell taking points away from Antonio Brown. I think when you're as good as Odell Beckham, you're going to get 1,500 and 12 or 15 touchdowns.
But he doesn't have Ben Roethlisberger throwing him the ball. I guess I don't necessarily.
It's not like a leper throwing him the ball. This is Eli Manning. I know he had a bad year, but I guess I kind of trust the Giants. They see Eli having a year or two left. Let's see if they're right. I expect Eli and Odell, they have chemistry for that to continue once Odell's healthy.
Yeah, he should be fine. He should be great. If for some reason, though, he gets off to a slow start, which would make sense, it's a new offense, and he's coming off a serious injury, there is potential for some drama. He wants the new contract. What, you don't think so?
Well, potential. The drama's already here.
Right, it's already happening. I'm just saying, when he's in a contract year, if he's not getting those numbers early, I'm just saying, could blow up a little bit.
What are you saying, though?
It could blow up a little bit, and that could be something we're talking about a lot here in this studio.
So, what do you think? Top
30.
200?
Top 30.
Top 300?
Top 25.
Top 25. All right, top 10, top 25. Odell going to eat. Odell going to be fine. Probably.